Throughout the world of One Piece, few powers are feared more than Logia Devil Fruits. From lightning that strikes with godlike force, to darkness that devours everything in its path. From light that moves at unimaginable speed, to ice that freezes entire oceans in an instant. But which Logia stands above the rest? Today, we're ranking all 13 canon Logia fruits based purely on their raw power, abilities, and potential. No user feats, just the fruits themselves. Let's dive into the elemental chaos and crown the king of Logias. We start the list off with the Swamp fruit. It lets the user absorb anything into a swamp-like dimension, including people and weapons. Great for ambushes or hiding things, however, in terms of combat, it lacks destructive force, speed, or control. It's more utility than offense. That makes it the least threatening Logia in a head-on fight. At number 12, the Snow fruit gives you control over snow and lets you blend into whiteout environments. It excels at reducing visibility, slowing opponents, and altering the battlefield with cold, snowy terrain. The user can partially immobilize enemies and create snow-based wings for limited flight. Overall, it's more useful for stealth and support than direct combat dominance. In battle, it simply falls short. Next on the list, the Smoke fruit is all about mobility and restraint. It allows the user to become smoke and trap enemies inside clouds. But the problem is, smoke just doesn't hurt. There's almost no damage potential here, and it's been outclassed by nearly every other Logia in terms of offense. Still, mobility-wise, it's one of the better Logias, and it can be very useful in the hands of a user that doesn't rely on their fruit for power. Entering the top 10, the Soot fruit allows the user to become soot and disperse into crows, perfect for stealth attacks and confusing opponents. The Soot Crows can strike with enough force to knock back multiple enemies, offering decent but not overwhelming offensive utility. While it lacks the raw destructive power of top-tier Logias, its versatility makes it a creative and effective tool in the right hands. At 9, we have the Sand fruit. It allows the user to create sandstorms, and has the rare ability to dehydrate living targets, effectively mummifying them on contact, making it one of the deadlier Logias in close quarters. The user can reshape terrain into deserts and weaponize massive volumes of sand for both offense and defense. However, in humid or wet environments, the user loses intangibility, making them vulnerable to physical attacks. It's a versatile and dangerous fruit, but one that depends on the environment to reach its full potential. Number 8 is the Flame fruit. It allows the user to control fire and the ability to launch explosive flame-based attacks. It offers excellent mobility through fire propulsion, strong area of effect damage, and visually overwhelming offense. The user can fly, burn through structures, and easily take out multiple enemies at once. However, fire lacks secondary effects like paralysis or dehydration. Still, it remains one of the most well-rounded and reliable Logias in standard combat scenarios. At 7, the Gas fruit is all about toxic warfare. It allows the user to become and control various types of gas, including poison, anesthetic, and explosive vapor. It excels at area denial, suffocation tactics, and setting up traps that can incapacitate or kill without direct contact. The fruit's versatility is high, allowing for both chemical warfare and large-scale explosions if ignited. However, its effectiveness relies heavily on preparation and positioning, and it's more vulnerable in close-range fights. Overall, it's an extremely dangerous and creative Logia, but one that demands strategy to fully shine. At number 6, the Forest fruit is a sleeper powerhouse. It grants control over plant matter and regenerative capabilities, making the user incredibly hard to damage over time. The roots can spread rapidly across wide areas, pinning down opponents and overwhelming them through attrition. While it lacks flashiness or immense destructive impact, its sustainability, crowd control, terrain dominance, and offensive power make it one of the most versatile Logias. It thrives in prolonged and large-scale battles. Entering the top 5, the Ice fruit is one of the most balanced Logias in the series. It freezes oceans, enemies, and entire landscapes in seconds. It offers both offensive and defensive power. The user can craft ice weapons like spears, swords, or spikes, giving them direct combat option, and form massive ice structures for attacks or protection. Its battlefield control is exceptional, turning terrain into a weapon while slowing or stopping movement. Its freezing is deep, hard, and dangerous, capable of one-shotting enemies. Overall, it's one of the most balanced and reliable Logias to exist. Next up is the fruit that grants light speed. That's all you need to hear. The light fruit lets the user move and strike at literal light speed and the ability to fire powerful laser beams. It offers incredible range and explosive attacks that can pierce or obliterate targets instantly. The user can basically teleport in straight lines, making them incredibly hard to hit or react to. While it lacks versatility and elemental effects like freezing or paralysis, the sheer speed and destructive output in combination with the range make it a top-tier combat fruit. At number 3, the Rumble fruit grants the user control over lightning. Its speed rivals light, and its offensive power is immense, capable of destroying cities, paralyzing opponents instantly, and bypassing defenses with internal shock damage. The fruit also enables instantaneous movement via electrical conduction, making the user incredibly fast and unpredictable. It even allows the user to restart their own heart with a surge of electricity, granting a second chance at life in fatal situations. With both destructive force and utility, it's one of the most lethal and versatile Logias in the series. The second strongest fruit on this list is the Dark fruit. It is completely broken. It grants control over darkness with gravity-like properties, allowing the user to absorb and crush everything into a void, including terrain, attacks, and even other devil fruit abilities. It's the only fruit that nullifies all other devil fruits on contact, zones, paramecias, and logias by pulling opponents in and stripping them of their powers, making it a devastating counter in battle. Unlike other logias, it doesn't offer intangibility, so the user still takes damage, even taking more damage than the user normally would. But the sheer versatility and power make up for the risk. This fruit is high risk, high reward, but when used cleverly, it's one of the most broken abilities in the series. At the top, we have the Magma-Magma fruit. It melts islands, incinerates fire itself, and can permanently alter the battlefield, allowing the user to unleash eruptions of devastating heat and force. It vaporizes enemies on contact and even overpowers the Flame fruit directly. The user can launch massive magma fists. Its attacks combine blunt force, explosive power, and burning damage all in one, making it one of the most overwhelming fruits in raw combat. Even Oda himself confirmed it has the strongest offensive power of any devil fruit. When it comes to overall fruit power, this is the king of Logias. That's it for today on the 10 billion berry bounty. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're riding with the crew. See you next time.